Hey guys, say something cool before I cue the intro. Quick, now, do it!
Wubba lubba dub dub. What you say?
I love today's children. They're so amazing in everything they do. They really contribute to our schools, and they are future leaders, so we got to treat them right.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
I just want to punch Dorian right now.
Come on, man. Let's get this started. Let's start.
And now, this week's edition of Inside the Huddle here on the sports voice of your Warriors, 91.1 WEDM.
Hey, it's JordonAM. Everything gaming right here on 91.1 WEDM.
Let's go.
Hey, what's good in the hood, everybody? My name is JordonAM, and I'm here with...
Thornton.
It's the man without the plan, Dorian Hammond.
DJ KC.
James, not Michael Jordan.
And Isaiah.
Today we're going to be talking about sports games. Yes, I know, it's not very normal for JordonAM. You have to have diversity somewhere, though. I've never tricked this type of topic before because, to be honest, I don't like sports games.
That's fair.
Don't laugh at me. But I got to keep the content fresh. First, how are you guys doing?
I'm okay.
Fantastic.
I'm doing well.
I gave some blood today.
Donate to the blood drive, of course.
Blood drive was lit. I had
You didn't do
to
that, Kevin.
give away blood. I had a headache right after. I don't know if I'm okay or not. We'll see after this podcast. But so I've gathered all you here today because some of you are knowledgeable in this realm of gaming known as sports.
Not Kevin.
Dorian.
Yes, love.
Nothing. Never mind. You called me love, so you can slide on that one.
Anyways, we'll go one by one. What is your favorite game franchise?
My favorite game franchise is EA Sports FIFA.
Okay.
Are you okay mentally?
Yeah.
EA Sports is the worst gaming franchise ever. Have you guys seen the new NBA Live?
But Madden's pretty good.
Yeah, Madden's
FIFA's
excellent.
looking
When it
great,
comes to
too.
basketball
I'm
games.
talking about FIFA.
Yeah, it looks great too.
You're right. You're a soccer player. Anyways.
Yeah.
NBA Live 14.
I like 2K a lot. I'm a big 2K fan. That's like, I put a lot of hours into that. It's pretty much the only sports game I play. I really like basketball, so.
Madden's life.
Man's life. Okay. Well, what's my second question? Second question. Okay.
Are you editing this out?
No, I'm not. What is the appeal of sports games?
I think the appeal, personally, like when it comes to like 2K and stuff, is a lot of people that like basketball. They have hoop dreams, you know. So people will never make it to the NBA. So it gives you that chance to like see what it would be like. You can like live through. It's like vicariously you can live through the game, you know. And I think it's like, and it feels good, you know, like when you do well and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, and going off of that, like not everybody can always go out and play games, play sports, and they don't always have people to play with. So if you play a sports game, that's pretty much the same thing for them.
And with sports games, it's like a time to bond with friends. Like you spend the night over your friend's house, you grab a couple controllers and you turn up the 2K, you feel me, and Cavs and Warriors rematch in the finals. You do my GM mode, stuff like that. Some 2K gameplay for you there. But 2K, it's obviously one of my favorites. Being I was a basketball player, but 2K really just gives you that feel of you're in the NBA. You're LeBron James.
Yeah.
You can be him.
Like bouncing off of kind of what Kevin said, I think it's just the idea of playing as your favorite athletes. And not only that, you know, with all the stuff going on, you can actually like put yourself in the game, like with the face scans and whatnot. And then EA Sports, they've got the game face. You can put yourself even in a college football game. So I think all of that is really appealing to the fans and the guys who want to play and who want to play in the league and stuff like that.
I feel the same about, you know, some of the games. 2K, I don't really play that much, but I feel the same about Madden. Madden just gives me like virtual me in the game, like I'm like actually in the NFL. Probably not gonna make it. I don't know yet, but it just gives me a chance, to be me playing in the game.
Sorry to tell you, Isaiah, you have no chance of making the NFL.
Okay. EA's NBA Live 18 is the first basketball game to feature the WNBA. Do you think this is a big step in the progression of basketball games?
I'd go as far as to say, even outside of basketball games, just a big step in basketball, because, and for women too, because the WNBA, I feel like it doesn't get a lot of respect. It doesn't get a lot of coverage and stuff because, people don't take it as seriously, but it's a professional sport, and it's, they play really good basketball. So it's just, I think it'll really give them more exposure, so that's good for their league. And it shows that, that sport, like basketball games, for example, like NBA Live, they're paying attention to that and they're trying to help that progression because, gender issues are a big thing right now in America. So I just think it's a cool thing that they did that. I think it's really lovely.
EA's been really progressive about including women in sports games. They did the same thing with FIFA a few years back, which was just really progressive, and then now they're doing it with NBA Live. So it's actually a really big step forward.
Yeah, and a lot of people would love to see women in a basketball game. I mean, those tomboys that, they grew up playing the game of basketball with their brothers and stuff like that. So a lot of females might go out and buy the game just to, put their self into the game and, play against some NBA players. I don't know if that's a mode you can actually do, but, just the fact that you're in the game, you have something that's yours and you don't have to always make a male character because, my cousin, she played basketball for a really long time. She actually played here, varsity, started center. Nice hooper. But she plays 2K, and one thing she was telling me about, she doesn't like the fact that she has to create a boy. She feels like it's very sexist that she can't put herself into the game and have the same experience that us males have just because she's a female.
Yeah, I think this was something that was long overdue. And I didn't know about FIFA doing that a couple of years earlier, so I think EA's doing a pretty good job of that. 2K's kind of got to hop on the bandwagon. And another thing I was kind of surprised about, and I felt good about it because I was excited when the WNBA was announced, and a lot of other people were as well. So I think everyone else is kind of on board with the idea of having women in the game as well.
I feel like it's just been long. It's been long. We've been waiting for it to happen, and finally happened. So I feel like women should be proud of it too, because it's not only a step in games, it's a step for them, getting recognized how they should be. Especially the athletic ones, they should get recognized how they haven't been over the past couple years, but now they can be. So I feel like they should be proud.
All right.
Can I just add one more thing?
Oh, sure.
This isn't about the WNBA inclusion, but also NBA Live. They added the Drew League, which is amateur basketball. It's right below professional. Some professionals even play in it. But so I just think it's really cool that they're doing this because it's no longer just an NBA game. It is a basketball game. They're incorporating, all parts of basketball into it, and I really like that.
All right. Next question. Do you honestly think companies like 2K Sports, EA Sports, etc. are actually making the games in the mind of the fans?
Ooh. 2K? No. Not at all. EA Sports, I think, has done a better job getting into the minds of their customers. They want to do what the fans are doing, especially in NBA Live, because they're still trying to catch up to 2K. But I think 2K they make primarily basketball games now in the sports genre, so I think they're kind of taking advantage of the fact that they have the best basketball game gameplay wise, and they're just putting out whatever they kind of feel like they want. A lot of stuff like the neighborhood, it's a very good concept, but it's not exactly what the fans want. We still want to have pro-ams and stuff like that. The NBA Live was kind of giving you what you wanted, and 2K is just kind of giving you what they felt like putting out.
To look at it from a different spectrum, I think 2K, I don't think they make games with the fans in mind, but I think sometimes they make fans, you know what I mean? Because, just fans of the sport in general. Because I remember I wasn't really that big into basketball, a few years ago, but 2K has a lot of hype around it. It's a very popular game, so I was just like, okay, I'll just get 2K and I'll play it. And so like once you start playing it, it really gets you. There's so much you can do in the game that it really gets you involved, and you just like you learn so much about the game of basketball and stuff. So I think they don't make the games to appeal to the gaming fans. I don't think they make it for the gaming fans, but I think fans of basketball, they would really enjoy.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me with FIFA. A few years ago, a couple of friends were telling me to get FIFA, and I wasn't really a soccer fan at the time, but I just wanted to have a game to play with my friends. And after a while of playing FIFA, I just started getting really into soccer. I learned a whole lot about it, and EA does do a really good job of catering to its fans with the games, but there's always room for improvement. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, and I want to go back to what James said. Jordan, you speak for yourself, young man, because I personally love the neighborhood. I feel like it incorporates some realism in when it comes to basketball games, because I've always wanted like a free world basketball game. Like, that sounds amazing. Like, you actually have to drive to practice and stuff like that. And so,
an open world?
Yeah, if you're late to practice, you get like pay some sort of penalty or stuff. Like, make the game interesting. Make it like.
But the servers, though.
Yeah,
2K
but
has money. They can do it.
They could easily fix their server. They don't want to. They
Yeah.
put out what they kind of feel like. And I'm not saying that it's not a great concept.
Park After Dark? Oh, that was bad.
Snoop Dogg couldn't.
Yeah, like no one asked for Snoop Dogg. They just wanted better servers.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to produce better servers when there's 8 million, 9 million, 10 million people on at one time.
But 2K has like 8 billion, 9 million, 10 billion dollars. They have enough to fix their servers.
Well, if that's the case, then have you guys ever played online Madden and lagged out and it gave you a
Did
loss?
you play Park After Dark?
Well, that's EA.
I couldn't get in. I couldn't get in.
Exactly.
EA, 2K,
Is a cash cow.
even Tekken 7, anything, they're gonna have some online server problems. That's just the fact that we're all across the country, all across the world, trying to play one singular game on one server.
But when you lag out of an EA game, it doesn't come up as a loss, even though you were up 20.
Too bad.
Yeah,
to go,
it does.
To go back to the question, I think sports games companies like this, they're not making games for the fans. They're making games for their pockets.
Exactly.
So, because really, most sports game I think about, they don't revolutionize what they do. It's just like, it's kind of like similar to like a Call of Duty franchise, something like that. They just hash out the same stuff just to make money. But that's like one thing I will give props to 2K, and I don't know. That's why I give them props recently, because it does seem like they're trying to, appeal more, but it's just like, it's hard to tell really nowadays, because they just have so much money already. It's hard to be, focused on pleasing other people than yourself.
Any other last thoughts?
Anybody can get ran in 2K.
Play me in Madden. I'm handing out L's for $5.
I'll hand out L's and
During Christmas, they're free. Come and get them.
We all know I'm a big, huge, humongous D'Angelo Russell fan. So if you want to play me in 2K
Against my Brooklyn Nets.
with the greatest basketball player to ever touch a basketball, D'Angelo Russell, I'm on Xbox One. My gamer tag is Saucy Kev, 2 eyes. If you want to play me, play me. We can do Hall of Fame. It doesn't matter how many quarters. D-Lo will have no less than 40.
Deion Waiters.
And if you don't want to play him anyway. Okay? Just play him. Add him and harass him on
Record
Xbox.
it so I can see, and then I can put it into a highlight video, whether he loses or wins.
I will never lose with D'Angelo Russell.
Unless he's playing against Deion Waiters.
James, you are the most biased Heat fan on earth.
Explain.
You think Bam will win Rookie of the Year?
Why won't he?
Lonzo Ball is in the league. He has $5,000 shoes.
Okay.
Anyway, this is a gaming podcast. So yeah, I don't think we have really much else to say. So, unless you have any more questions for us.
No, not really. Also, we're kind of over the time anyways. So.
You got a lot to edit though.
Yeah, I do.
You gonna do a send off?
All right. Well, I guess that was it. This was a very interesting podcast. I've never done it with other people. I'm usually an introvert, so this is a
Glad
new
to
thing.
be here.
Thank you all for speaking with me in this podcast. I appreciate you all.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for having me too.
I'll be back next time. Hopefully, I can.
Check out us every Friday, 91.1 WEDM, me and my colleague Nick Santiago, as we will be your eyes and ears for the Warren Central football team.
Next time you do one of these, don't invite Kevin.
I'll keep that on my tab. See you guys later. Cut. I said cut.
I like that.